Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Sunday, December 7th, 2025. So we had a little bit of a mixed bag on Friday. We had the S&P that was plus 13, I think, and we had IWM that was a little under pressure, and it was all due, with it was a deserving little breather just because of the 10% run in 10 days. So I still think the IWM has a little bit more work to go on the downside, but we have the Fed meeting on Wednesday. There's rumors that he's going to do 50 basis points. There's rumors about he's injecting 45 billion into the repo market to try to solve that. That's something I was talking about with the drop part of it. So I don't know if we're really going to get that much of a pullback. We have to just wait and see. I think if they're going to do it, it would probably be we'd probably see some profit taking on Monday, but we'll have to wait and see on it. That's really the best way to put it. So here's the S&P right here. We have these bearish divergences. This is what has me a little bit uneasy with jumping on the long side, but there's a chance that on Wednesday, that we're going to break right out of this. But I'd really rather see the S&P come down somewhere into the 6,800, even better down to the 6,770, because that's support, and we still would be making this the possible inverted head and shoulders pattern. And that's if we came somewhere down into here, it'd be a little lopsided, but it still can be one right there. So seeing some backing and filling would make sense just so we burn off these sell signals. But you can see we had the gap up and we came down and closed it. So right, we're kind of neutral right now with the momentum. But like I said, I'd be more comfortable buying somewhere down into the 6770 rather than if we break out here and these divergences just keep going. So taking a look at the 15-minute chart, you can see that this gap up, there was no sell signal on it. We had them coming down here. So there's a chance that we have another pop up, maybe somewhere up into the 6907, 6910. But like I said, we're going to get we're going to have sell signals on both the 15s and the 60s if that plays true. And if it does, again, I'm really looking for some backing and filling to get long. But again, we trade on a daily basis, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference for us. So let's take a look at the 5 minutes. It's not really, you can see again that this is matching up with the actual high on momentum. So it's telling me, it's suggesting that this is not the top right here, and we will come make a higher high to give us some short-term sell signals. So let's take a look at IWM. Again, that was down about a 0.5%. It was weak, but it looks like it's just consolidating. The area that I really would rather be more interested in buying would be right around the 248.75 level. And then if it continues lower, up, I'm sorry, hang on 1 second. If it continues lower, then this would be the buy zone. It would be right here. So in this area right here would be the buy zone, 248.90 down to the 245. If it comes down there, you can see we have heavy support, but we also have some good divergences on the 60. So again, I'm neutral to a little short term bearish on IWM. I'd be more bullish if it comes down to these levels and support holds. And if it does, then we go long, and we're probably going to see IWM trading somewhere up into the 255 level. So let's take a look. Our actual fund, we took a little bit of a hit, and that was primarily because of the quantum stocks that took a breather. And let's just show you what we have here. So first one, we had RGTIW. This is a big winner on this day here. Did a little bit of backing and filling. I like it better down in this area here, somewhere at the 1563, maybe even a little bit lower, maybe down at the 14. We sold half of our positions up here, so we started buying some of them back on Friday when we had this little bit of a pullback, but it was down 8%. We have RGTI was down over 6.5%. And you can see it ran into resistance here, but I'd be more interested in a 2709 level down to the 2323 to get fully invested again in RGTI. And as I said, we sold half of them up here. We started buying a little bit back on Friday. And if it comes down into these levels here, I'll look to fill that position too. IREN was down almost 4%, and then QBTS was down 6%. So that's the reason why the fund was down. But it was up a lot on Thursday, so it was really not that big a deal. Another one that you want to keep on your radar is TSSI. This one is going to be. I'm looking at this at coming somewhere going up into the 50s within the next say 2 to 3 years on it. So buying it down here, it's a really good play. They got demolished on their earnings. That was this big drop, but this company is still really really solid, and I think at a bare minimum, we're coming up to close this gap up at the 1483 level. But I really see it trading back up and closing this gap up at the 28. So I like it. I'm accumulating it down here. If it sinks further, I'll just continue to buy it as well. Because I do believe that this one's going to have a nice run somewhere up into the 28 level. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.